Hello, beautiful souls. So, the energy is this person, this animal, this specifically an animal, but it could resonate for a person too. This soul, right, needs a peaceful place to pass away. That's kind of like what you're being put in this position for. You're being put in a position where you're like being called to be there for somebody or something that is passing away, that is actively dying, that is injured, right? That kind of needs a safe and highlighted spiritual place to pass away. You are a spiritual person. You could be very religious as well. But the way that your views are just so out of the box. Like your beliefs are not just in a little tiny cardboard box that you just open and that's all there is to it. Your beliefs like transcend space and time. Your beliefs walk between worlds, right? So it's especially important that you are the person that is around this other person or this animal that is actively passing away. Your energy itself opens up this really spiritual type of portal that allows this soul to feel comfortable enough to transcend into the next life more peacefully, right? This person, this animal, they're gonna die anyways. We all are, right? But you're being called to specifically be here for this soul, because you're in alignment to be there for this soul. You know what I mean? Like if it wasn't you lined up to be with this soul, God would put something or somebody else in this path for this passing soul. I'm saying soul so much, but it's like if you weren't able to be the person to host this animal or person as they pass away, God would put somebody else that is of your rank in that same position, because this person or this animal deserves, and it is in their divine plan to be in a spiritual atmosphere as they pass away. All right. I feel like that was a lot, but that's very heavy, that is so spiritually confirmed. Let's get a few cards and see kind of if there's any more in-depth messages or confirmations that want to come through. So death is extremely significant, but we are also recognizing, and you also recognize as a very spiritual person you are, like death is a transition. Death is a transformation. Okay? Oh my gosh. The first card to come out, death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. Wow. That so confirms the energy. Yes, that is exactly where we're at right now. You are supposed to be in the atmosphere while this person passes. You hold this very, very ancient type of shaman energy, right? Or like a grid worker, a light worker, a shadow worker, a root worker. You hold this really ancient type of energetic therapy where people and animals feel comfortable to pass away and transition around you. And this is something that's rooted in your DNA, rooted in your blood, rooted in your soul lineage, surpassing any bloodlines, right? This is something that is so ingrained in you, in your physical and spiritual vessels. This it's a power is what it is. It's a form of energetic therapy where you help these people and these animals feel safe enough to expand into their truest and highest form as they pass away. If they were in a very closed off or unsafe environment, their soul is not as likely to open up to its full extent. Okay? Did you hear that? Like you help these souls ramp up as loud as they can get. Okay? And that's exactly what we need to do as we pass away. We need to evolve into our entire spiritual self before we transform back into whatever, or move forward into whatever we're meant to go towards. And then we have the Three of Pentacles here. Your energy, whether you do it subconsciously or consciously, you are able to help navigate this spirit or anyone or anything passing away around you. You help navigate their energy to kind of like roll with the punches, basically. Like when we give birth, when a woman gives birth, right? Those contractions, they come in and they get real strong and then they fade, and then they get real strong and then they fade, right? And then they get more and more intense until the baby's born. Well, this is like the opposite, those contractions are really like energetic convulsions that come in and then they come away, and then they come in and then they come away, and then they get closer and closer together until eventually the soul passes away. Or I'm sorry, the vessel passes away, the soul transcends. So you have this natural ability to kind of help navigate these souls as they spiritually incline to their transformation, to their death, right? Your energy picks up on any kind of negativity around the passing person or animal. And your energy also dismisses that negative energy. King of Cups. Yeah, you are very emotionally in tune when these people, I feel like you're like a death doula, or like you work in a healthcare setting where you see people pass away a lot, or you work in a vet clinic, or some kind of shelter where you guys sometimes have to euthanize these animals, right? You are very emotionally in tune to the vessels around you, whether they are human or animal. You're extremely in tune. What does this look like for you? Because there's a specific person or animal that you are coming in contact with that you didn't really expect to help pass away, to help transform, but you are here anyways. You were put in that spot for a reason. You were put in that place for a reason, because this person, this animal needs you, right? You could have never met them ever in your life until they are right here on their deathbed, and they need somebody as spiritually inclined as you are so that they feel comfortable enough to evolve into their full spiritual self as they pass away. That is such a big message. And then the circle right here, it's like, yeah, they're coming out of their vessel and turning into this giant ball of energy. Because this person or this animal contained they are such an ancient soul full of such evolved energy, right? Like their energy is huge, and they need a very skilled bloodline ability. It's like you have this bloodline ability to help these bigger energies transform into their next life. That is not a quality that everybody carries. I see you wearing black a lot, or dark blue, or dark purple, dark green even. These darker kind of shades of colors. Okay? If you wear white or some kind of bright yellow or bright pink, that is a very rare thing for you to put on your vessel, because you are very in tune with the kind of darker, behind the veil, between the lines type of energy, right? And sometimes it is quite medicine for you to be in these higher energies and these higher vibrations, but you are a really, really powerful death worker, death healer. You have this energetic healing that you do, and it helps people pass away into their next reincarnation, their next life, their next heaven, Valhalla, whatever you view that as, right? You are so powerful in this aspect of making people feel spiritually secure enough to leave their vessel behind. That is so powerful. The fog could be significant. You could feel really comfortable or at home, you know, early in the morning when the fog is still rolling out. You could really have a passion for drumming, like deep drums, climbing trees, just being like barefoot in the dirt. Like, you are very, very tapped in and connected to Mother Earth in her rawest form, because you understand energy in its rawest form. Wow. Anything else want to come through? King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Wow. And I was just talking about like, you're so tapped into the earth. Pentacles is the earth. Pentacles is very material, physical things that we can touch and smell and feel, right? Money, even. This could be something you do for a job, okay? You can use this ability, this spiritual ability that has been given to you through your soul lineage, through your bloodline, from God is what this is from. You can make money off of this. You can be that for people. And I see this animal here too. This could very much be an animal that you're helping pass, but this goes for humans as well. You are so tapped in. You are so tapped in. You make these energies feel safe enough to let go. And you do it with ease. This doesn't break your heart into a million pieces. You understand that with life comes death always. You might not see the person's death in your lifetime, but you know that it is coming, because with life comes death. The way you view life, the way you view death, opens portals for people to be able to heal, okay? That is something that you are meant to use in this lifetime. Yeah, you just feel very comfortable in Mother Earth, and the warmth of being by a flame, all right? And you feel very comfortable, you know, with the emotions that it takes. There's a certain level of emotion that you have to be able to carry and embody to be around people and animals that are passing away regularly, right? Or even just a few times in someone's life. There's a certain level of emotion that you have to be able to carry to be a pillar for these souls that are transitioning, right? And that's what you are. You are a pillar for these souls. That is such a beautiful message. You have such a beautiful, radiant light inside you. And it's like in its most inverted form too, because the radiant light, one of the radiant lights that you carry, quite literally helps people embody to the next lifetime, embody to their spiritual self, embody to heaven, right? So it's just a very deep, ancient ability that you carry to be able to bring comfort and find comfort in these types of situations. So I will leave that there. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your experience for today. Yeah.